Yeah, I know that. Water. All right. Fourth Maccabees. What Bible are you reading from? No, we don't use the Sefer, brother. There's numerous errors in that. The King James version, 1611 is the 1611 is in the book. Oh, so it's the King James 1611, more or less. Okay, can I see it, please? Okay, I'm going to take a seat. Can you get him a Bible? I'll look through it. Uh, yeah, I'm looking through it, brother. No, this isn't it. This isn't it. Okay, you know how I know it's not it? Let me check. There is no fourth Maccabees, and there's a few basic scriptures you look to see whether a Bible is correct or not. All right, let me check and see. I'm looking for Jeremiah. You want to look at Jeremiah 14:2. Yeah. Yehuda mourns, and the gates thereof languish. They are blackened to the ground, and the cry of Yerushalayim is going up. That's not the King James. Let's go to Obadiah. Let's see what Obadiah says. Obadiah 1:10 is a good one too, right? YouTube type in questions. YouTube type in questions. Had a bit of a technical difficulty. All right, but we're back on that. Say again. 994 for Obadiah. Let's see it now. Okay. Revelation 13:9 is another one. If you have questions, type them in while I look through this. Phone's on mute. Kodeshim isn't a word. This is Yiddish. This is in Yiddish, okay? Actual biblical Hebrew does not use vowels. It's based on a purely consonantal alphabet. And so also no vowels are formed from that. Vowels didn't come about not A, but E, O, and U being used as vowels, and the other letters being used as vowels didn't come about until the Greco-Romans. All right, so that was no, I is in our language, but it being used as a vowel is not something that we did. Yeah, this is Pa'al. That's not a word. All right. Your questions, type them in. Shalom, Yahweh Shemar, Alpha, Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right. Bar Navi, no. Yahuwah, nope. Yahusha, nope. You do a good job with the translation. You get your dirty. I'm gonna find something. I already found something, but I'm trying to find a scripture that they totally changed. But go ahead and type in your questions. I'm looking through the Sefer. Oh yeah, go ahead. Okay. If you had any extra questions, go ahead and get them together. What the joke? Yeah, this is in such a goofy arrangement. Can't even find any of the scriptures. 11:16.
Oh, like they have the books in different places?
Yeah, this is how the Jewish man organizes his books. You have the writings and all that. It's not how it's done in the King James.
No, you just click on that one? Oh, sorry. I'm shooting the story. You give me that, I can find it. It does, it's fast. That's what I would say. It's 1611 is everything is Roman numerals. That's not right. It's more or less. I know the one you have, the one that the Trinitarian one there, the one that we have over there. It's just because I'm familiar with it. Why I know where like the books are and stuff. Like, I more or less know where to find the verse. But I digress.
No. All right, you go ahead and tell him this is the wrong Bible. Not bringing that to class again. Go ahead and ask questions. Yeah, they use the Deuteronomy, thou shalt not wear that which pertaineth into a, yeah, go ahead and read the scripture.
22 and 5. The woman shall not wear which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garments. For all that do so are an abomination unto thy Lord. So my question is, we want to know if this could be a cut against fake cast. So they say a woman shouldn't wear what pertains to a man, but would that be the same thing as a Fruit of the Loom t-shirt?
Fruit of the Loom t-shirt?
Yeah, just like a regular t-shirt.
Is a Fruit of the Loom t-shirt made for a man or a woman? No. This scripture is talking about things that are obviously made for men and obviously made for women. The first thing you need to understand is that a Fruit of the Loom t-shirt is not your clothes, not your apparel. That is a undershirt. Okay? We don't, you put on a wife beater or a white tee, generally you put it on underneath your shirt. Keep this, when it's hot outside, you'll sweat and you'll have, sweat marks all over you. You wear the white tee to keep the sweat marks off you. Okay? Fruit of the Loom t-shirt is made for women. T-shirts made for women. You can go to the women's section and buy them, men's section and buy them. Boom, everybody's fine. Now, the t-shirt being an undershirt, a woman can wear that. That's not clothes that pertaineth to a man. Clothes that pertain to a man are the jeans that I have on, the jeans that you have on with the fringes. Those jeans are fine. We generally don't wear jeans with holes in them, but jeans that are cut for a man. There are clothes that are cut for men. Men and women aren't shaped the same. Okay, there are pants that are made for men. There are pants that are made for women. The clothes that you've seen Lil Wayne on stage on concert, those skinny jeans he has on can those fit him? Are those made for a man? No, because he's wearing them halfway up his thighs. Yeah, don't know I'm bringing this class again. This is not correct. Revelation 1:13, son of man is translated son of Adam. It's not correct. It should be son of man. All right. Revelation 1:13 says son of Adam. We use the King James 16:11. If you want to use okay, we use this King. I understand it. We use the King James 16:11 version in here. The Sefer, I can go into it later on, but for the purpose of this class, it's not. We don't use it. Okay, there's errors in it. I can go ahead and bring the errors out. I have them on my phone, but I have to focus on the class. Son of man, and not son of Adam. All right, Yahuwah, Yahushua, those are not the names of the Most High. If you're going to translate the names, translate them correctly into Hebrew, not into Yiddish. All right, so we use the King James 16:11. I had a few Hebrew classes, and there's Hebrew classes every Friday if you want to learn real Hebrew. All right, enough of that. Deuteronomy 22:5, which says, "Thou shalt not wear that which pertaineth to a man." So, like I was saying, Lil Wayne, the clothes Lil Wayne wears, the skinny jeans that many men are wearing, those are not made for a man. That's why they can't fit them. That's why they look absolutely ridiculous in them. All right. There are pants that are made for men, and there are pants that are made for women. Women cannot wear that which pertaineth to a man. What does that mean? She can't go into the men's section of pants and buy pants that are made for men. Who does this? Young MA. Ooh, right? Young M.A. She got the damn butter Tims, which is what brothers wear in New York. He has butter Tims, baggy jeans, and a wife beater. Okay, and a cap. Obviously wearing the clothes that pertain to a man. Okay, now if she was in a woman's pants, woman's blouse, and all that, we wouldn't have this discussion. All right. So to flip it on him, you would say, so you can wear women's pants? You can ask him, can you wear women's pants? Because they think women's pants, what they're saying is that women's pants pertain to men. That's what it means. All right. He'll say to you no, but in reality he does, because the men that are telling you that they're homosexuals. Okay. They have sex with transsexuals. Go ahead and you can ask me how I know, because it's been brought up on the news. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Hold on 1 second, buddy. Gotcha.
I was asking everybody, why is everything so tight?
Yeah.
Like, why
It's a trend. Yeah. It's a trend. Like on the back, this is a Canadian. I have in my possession a Canadian dollar. On the front, it has, Queen Elizabeth, and on the back, it has two faces: the face of a man and the face of a woman. Canada, this is where Canada's going. Men and women blending in unison. Okay, that is what the Lord forbade. All right. Yeah, you can pass it around. The back. It's two faces. They put a face of a man and the face of a woman. All right, that's the report I'm getting, at least. I'll look into it, see why they did that. All right, go to Revelation 22 and 15. Mm-hmm.
Revelations 22 and 15. For without our dogs.
Read verse 14.
Revelations 22 and 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments.
Blessed are they that what?
Do his commandments.
Blessed are they that do his commandments. Those that keep the Most High's commandments, they'll live and they'll inherit Jerusalem. You understand? To the sister that asked, they will inherit it. That's what it means when it says they'll be in it. And on the topic of on the topic of the next verse, those that keep the commandments will inherit the kingdom. Read on.
That they may have right to the tree of life.
They might have right to the tree of life. They might have right to the things that the Most High provides for us. Okay, the knowledge that He provides for us. Go ahead.
And may enter through the gate into the city.
They might enter through the gates into the city. They'll inherit the kingdom of heaven. The Christian church, you're taught when you die, there's going to be a time when you're going to go up before the pearly gates up in the clouds. That's a damn lie. This scripture is not literal. This scripture is figurative in the sense that those that keep his commandments are going to inherit the kingdom. They're going to get to walk in. Those that don't smoke weed, smoke cigarettes, steal, lie, cheat, and sell drugs, they'll be able to walk into the kingdom. They'll inherit power and might that they cannot understand in this present time. Read on.
And may enter, verse 15.
Go on. Go ahead.
Without our dogs.
For without our what?
Dogs.
So the people that got in were the people that kept the commandments. They have right to it. The word for right is inheritance. These people are going to inherit the kingdom, but without, the people that didn't inherit it are dogs. You know what the word for a female dog is, right? Women that run around and have sex with everybody. Women that are showing tail and more cleavage than the Grand Canyon on Facebook and on Instagram. Okay? Those women are not, that BS is not walking around here. Not walking around in the kingdom. You're not going to have a bunch of women that are thirst traps. That's not coming into the kingdom. Okay? You're not going to have men that are weak for a woman that's showing tail to everybody. You want it, brother. It's everybody's. Everybody got it. Grandpa up the street, uncle, Trudeau had it, right? Everybody had that. She's all over the internet. You know how many people are on the internet? Give it a break. Give it a break. She's going to be outside if she doesn't stop. Go ahead.
But without our dogs.
Without our dogs.
Sorcerers.
You put a dog outside, right? Dog doesn't get the things that you get in the house. It's the same thing to Israelites. There are going to be Israelites that get the things that pertain to our master's house, to his kingdom, and there are going to be Israelites that are not. These cats are caught up. If the Lord doesn't have the same mercy on them that he had on us, they'll get killed in the streets. They'll go to prison, die in prison, die of old age, die of AIDS. die of cancer. And when the kingdom comes, they will not have right to the house, to the kingdom itself. They won't inherit it. All right, but all Israel will be saved, and that all Israel is going to come into the kingdom. You get my point? There are going to be Israelites that are your senators, your leaders. Okay? Everybody in here should be working to be one of them. All right? Everyone in here. You see Marvel Marvel superhero movies where they doing crazy stuff, right? Where do you think they got that from? They made it up. You just thought, you just put pen to pad. I'm going to make up a guy that can jump really high and is super strong. Those stories are in the Bible. Men that are indestructible and cannot be stopped. That is power that will be given unto the Israelites, the Israelite men that choose to keep his commandments. Immortality. You want that or a quick high? You know what I'll choose. You know what I'll choose. It's worth more than that temporary pleasure with that or the temporary high. Power and immortality. When I say immortality, I'm not talking about you're going to live forever, because no one lives forever. Like Esau, slave master, thinks, well, it says immortality or we'll live forever. We're going to live forever. Well, that's greedy, because if you live forever and people keep multiplying, earth wasn't made for everyone. That's in the book of Esdras. Earth wasn't made for all generations to be in it at one time, which is why your great grandparents are dead and you are here. They'll be back and you'll be gone. And you'll come back and they'll be gone. That's how this cycle works. All right. To answer her question, Israelites that are being whores, homosexuals, liars, thieves, I think it says that in the scripture, they will not inherit the kingdom. They will be born into the kingdom, born to parents that chose the right way, born to parents that chose the right way, and their children. But all Israelites are going to be saved. That broad on back page showing tail to everybody, she'll get AIDS and die. And guess what? The beautiful thing about it is she's going to be born in a world where she's not going to do that. That's beautiful. All Israelites, brother, what do we call them? The fallen homies. They're coming back, man. And they're going to be born in a world where they're not going to think it's cool to rob and steal and do the things that led to their death. They're going to come back and they're going to be raised right, and they're going to be able to be their true selves, man. And that's a beautiful thing. That's the beauty of the Bible. Think about an atheist, what he's denying. Like that Haitian atheist that interviewed us. Think about what he's denying. He's denying that all the people that were murdered in Haiti or molested in the Clinton Foundation and were killed by the UN, murdered by the UN. You just gonna let them go? No, not the Most High. They're gonna come back, man. They're gonna have a chance to live that they could not have lived under this oppressor. They didn't have the same mercy we were given. All right. Some people are going to inherit it, rule the 144,000 and the remnant of Israel that is chosen to be saved. Most of us are going to die over here, and we'll come back. All right. If I were you, I would make my election sure and get that seat, ruling the planet Earth. All right. So Coco Puffyhead, it's like his sister. I hope that answered your question. Questions in the room? I know you said you had a few questions, right? Any questions in general? Anyone online? I did not get into going into my topic at all, but in any event, those of you online, we interviewed a cat character over at the in a barbershop. He had a lot of interesting things to say that will definitely be used and will apply to the West Indians or the Benjamites that are over there, on Egg West, where they're building the new LRT. It's killing their businesses. They have to pack up and move. And what he explained was heavy in that he said Jamaicans. And he wasn't a Jamaican, he was a Hamite, but he's saying Jamaicans, many of us don't rent, or many of us don't buy property. The East Indians, they can't do that in the East Indian section because the East Indians own their businesses. Those Benjamites, that little patty shop, the sister that runs that, she's renting. So when LRT comes and says, "Oh, we're building," she has to leave because she does not own that residence. The landlord said, "Go ahead and build," or they gave money to the landlord. They gave the landlord a new property, and she has to go. Telling us, get me Ezekiel 28 and 26 on that. They shall do what? She said, they shall dwell with confidence. We don't dwell in confidence. They come in and knock down our house. You got to go and move somewhere else. You've lived here in Toronto. They're in Toronto. They're in Toronto. You have not dwelt in confidence here. You have not dwelt in confidence in Winnipeg, in Nova Scotia, wherever the Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians are. You haven't dwelt in confidence in North, South, and Central America. Forget about the Mexicans. They run drowning in the Rio Grande trying to get over here. They don't live in confidence. Okay? The other nations, they do. East Indians live in confidence up here in Canada. Arabs live in confidence. The Sikh community is firmly set in this region, the GTA region. But we don't. We got to pack up and move. And that area over there, Little Jamaica, that place should be should get a historical landmark. It should get historical status. Because if it had historical status, then they wouldn't be able to just bulldoze it and do whatever the hell they wanted with the people there. That is a historically Jamaican neighborhood. It should have gotten historical status. And if they were in Chinatown, that would not happen. The Chinese would block the dam. You'd have Chinese arm in arm stopping the bulldozing material. You'd have water poured in the concrete. Okay, not us. Not us. Why? Because we were destroyed and we were taught to hate ourselves. And so no one is going to do anything about Egg West till there is no Egg West. There is no Little Jamaica. It's renovated and it becomes Mogadishu paradise, Little Somalia. All right, or room for more for those Iranians that are about to flood in here. All right, go ahead.
We already seen Eglinton, the first condo go up. Most likely going to be many more.
Yeah, many more. Many of them filled with not us. Okay, not us. And then the brothers brought it out to me in the car that they starting to make contractors make one of the floors in their condos or their businesses. One of the floors has to be low-income housing. But you got to think about how demonic that is. When you build, let's say you build a restaurant. When you build that one floor for low-income housing, Negroes are going to move in. And when Negroes come into a property, the property taxes dip. His bill is going to be cheaper. They wove in gentrification into their damn law. Frameth mischief but by a law. That's in the Bible. Yeah, one floor. So those Negroes, those Latinos, or those First Nations that move in are going to lower his bills, going to lower his property taxes. All right. So they are, in essence, you think they're helping you. Negroes move in. Wow, come on, kids, this is better than Regent Park. When you making the Jewish man, the Arab downstairs rich, he's going to get more profit. And guess what? When he gets more profit, he's going to be able to afford more housing, which means lower income housing is going to get more expensive. You see, it's all built to destroy us. There is no hope here. But there is hope in the Bible and in joining ourselves together. Go ahead. Shit. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Everywhere. Yeah, country. You're cursed. Yeah, because we're cursed. Go ahead, brother. Yeah, generally, hold on. Oh, one second, bro. Okay, the comments will be directed to the teacher. All right, there's no crosstalk, no problem. But yeah, like the brother said, which was correct, we're cursed. And there's no getting out of it until we stop the evil that we're doing. All right, go ahead.
I would say we are cursed, but at the same time, we spend our money in other places.
Oh yeah, that's heavy. We're cursed, but a lot of, like you said, a lot of this is self-inflicted. All right, a lot of it is self-inflicted that we done to ourselves, which also adds to the curses. And then we get money and we go give it to Louis Vuitton, Coco Chanel. Coco Chanel, that was she was a Nazi spy who was about to go before the Nuremberg trials. Go look it up. She was about to go to the shooting gallery. Okay, go to the firing squad. She was working with Nazi spies. The only reason why she was not arrested is because she knew Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill got her off. And she continued with her product, Chanel number 5, and now black people love it, buy it, and call us racist when they're supporting a avid Nazi supporter. We're a racist, we're a hate group. We tell you to buy from your own people, and you hate us for it. People are slaves, man. That's a sad state. And like people are looking for like this, dystopian society, society that's evil, and like the future. You in the future. You in a land, you in a country where you getting beat till your eyeballs come out by an off-duty cop, and upstairs your daughter is sticking cucumbers in her mouth. That's what's going on. This is the satanic, the lowest pit of darkness and death you can ever imagine. This is the most evil time in history. You understand? The daughters of Zion acting like the freaks of the night. Meanwhile, the rulers of the earth getting beaten and treated like dogs in this country and in America. Not so. The Most High is going to change things. He's going to raise up brothers in this city like yourselves and in other cities to help and fix their people, fix their wounds, etc., which will be done here.
So yesterday, after we went viral,
oh yeah, give that a hand. UPK, I actually went viral on Instagram and on Twitter. Go ahead.
I was checking my timeline, and they basically, the white man is such a devil that he had 2 sisters, and he asked someone, I think it was a brother, I'm not sure, but he asked the 2 sisters, would you be a white man? The sisters said, no, we wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Cooties. Now, in the post, they have another devil. He's looking at the post and he's angry, saying, "Oh, and they call me racist."
Yeah, like why is that race? You can't have a preference. If you don't, let me translate that. If you don't revere him as God, you are wrong. You are racist. Black women, they can't have a preference. They can't have a preference. In the royal family, many of the royal families in England, you can't marry someone that's off the street. You have to pick someone that's related to someone in the royal family. Is that racist? Then they're racist. The Queen of England is racist based on their premise. Is she wrong for doing it? No, they're not wrong for doing it. And neither is a black woman for wanting to marry someone in her family, in her race. Okay, so yeah, they're the devil the Bible speaks of. But what you want to say too is oppressor, just so we can stay on YouTube and they don't kick us off YouTube. All right. So instead of a white man, we say oppressor, say it more on the street and stuff like that. I got to close up. It's 5:03. Last second questions, quick questions. Any in the room? Be online with that. With I should be K started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. You're under Commanding General Yohana. I'm going to loosely summarize the security announcements. I'll give the security announcements as time goes on. I should have them in front of me, but bear with me. Tithes is mandatory. It's 10% of your earning or your income. If you make $100, $10 goes to the school. If you make $1, a dime goes to the school. All right, it's a law in the Bible. You can find that in Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 25, Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Tithes. All right. Missing anything? Sisters are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. So there are going to be sisters that are going to come in here. All right. Leave them alone. Okay. Sisters in Canada are treated like sexual objects, and that men are trying to talk to them. The only end goal in having sex. Women know that, which is why women think of you as chumps. That's why you try to talk to women like they're ignoring you. They act like they just ate a lemon head. Because all their life, men have talked to them, just had sex with them and left them. They don't take men seriously. Okay. In here, they will take men seriously. All right. So leave them alone 6 months. They get a chance to not be sexualized and to learn and actually heal themselves and actually grow as a woman. All right. And not and to break the habit of thinking that sex is the only way to get what you want. Okay. Which is another plague on our women in these streets. After another 6 months, if she would like, she would request court, or the brother will request a court. When she's ready, she would court. There would be a 6-month courtship period. Courtship is not you going to watch Netflix and have sex the second date. Okay, courtship is a 6-month process where you learn about each other, find out if the marriage will be compatible. A lot of murder is going on in Toronto because a man and a woman have sex who should not have been together. The woman sets him up, or the man goes and finds her and kills her because she's a whore. Okay, if your woman is a whore, just go ahead and leave her. All right. But other than that, you have to stay with her. Go ahead.
you can't like give a woman that you like know.
Yeah.
But like, what if she leaves like you?
If she leaves you, yeah, that's an excellent question. There's a scripture that says, if the unbelieving depart, let them depart. If she doesn't want to stay with you, oftentimes it's going to be because you're in that crazy cult, right? We come to the false side. We just a cult. We a terrorist group. We're just so awful and evil, talking about the damn Bible. All right. Meanwhile, you're a Christian. You celebrate a religion. You celebrate a holiday that people get murdered on every year. People get murdered on Christmas every year. These cats know it. They go ahead and they light that Christmas tree up anyway. We're a cult. No. You're going to have women that might leave you over that. She might leave you over. She might leave you over the fact that you can have more than one woman. That's in the Bible. All right. If you so choose, and if you're able to do it, that's something you can do. To answer your question, if she leaves you, let her go. Let her go. All right. Don't, oh baby, please don't turn into R. Kelly. I don't do that. I don't want to see any goddamn love ballads on Facebook. Baby, come back. Remember that song? Don't do that. Let her go. There are a innumerable multitude of women in the United States, in Canada, that would be more than happy to have you, or to be taken by you. All right, so just let her go. All right, does that answer your question? All right, so yeah, I gotta go. It's 5:07. All right, so with that, we're the ISUPK. We have the Feast of Purim coming up. I think it's in March. We have the Lamb Slaughter, March 22nd. That's in Pennsylvania. That's in the States. We got the Passover, Thursday, April 9th. It's going to be in the Westchester Coliseum. It's in Westchester, New York. It's just north of New York City. I understand, brothers, if you're not able to make it, don't sweat it. All right, I'll video. I can stream or do whatever to make sure make it feel like you're there. We'll go into the procedures you do in the Passover. You eat unleavened bread. There's to be no bread or anything with baking soda or yeast or leavening agents in your house. You eat unleavened bread every day for 7 days, and you eat lamb and unleavened bread on the Passover. We'll go into all of that. All right, but that's the Passover, April 9th. If you can make it, you got to let me know now, as soon as possible. All right, if you don't have a room, don't worry about it. You can sleep, in my room on the couch. There's couches and stuff in hotels, in the room, so it's no sweat. Go ahead. Yeah, that's good. That's heavy. Yeah, that's heavy. So with that, I got to close it out. Shalom.